Hello, good evening and happy Wednesday. Today I'm feeling a little bit tired. I've been out and about today and for some reason I seem to have been yawning most of the afternoon. So trying to stay awake for this evening, and then I think I'm going to have an early night. I've got quite an easy card, but it's one I'm going to revisit from a while back. And we're going to feature the last days of Sale-A-Bration. So I'm going to get you down onto the table and let you see. So we're with Sale-A-Bration. Now I'm just going to run through the fact that there are 4 papers in the Sale-A-Bration catalogue. Now we do have the extra list. Yeah, I had yesterday, and it's I've circulated it on Hi Shaz. The extras list was an A4 sheet. It has been a graphic that I've put in my page below this on my Facebook page. So do take a look at that. We've got 2 more days. Look, it was lovely to see you today, Marilyn. I've been yawning all afternoon after I left you. I saw Julie, saw Pam, you and Julie, and I was yawning all afternoon. So I've got home and I've kind of like been asleep on the settee. So I'm straight to bed after this. But I'm just going to highlight the fact it is the last 2 days. We've been going on about this for 2 months, and it's going to end on Thursday night. So it is down to last chances now. So if you love the glass mat I've been mentioning, and you want to sign up to join my team, then in the back of the catalogue we've got the details here and the whole studio. So it's the mat and the cleaning cloth too, and we've got all the papers. So apart from the tools papers, I've got the 4 out here that I'm just going to run through quickly to give you a last recap. So we've got Flight and Airy, which is all the beautiful birds. So I had these ones out. I have done a card with these, I know, but these are beautiful. And I was just looking as to what I was going to play with tonight. I've kind of gone off this, not gone off it. I love this one, but I've discarded that one. We're going to use one of the others. So there is a choice for you. So I need your fingers on the buttons ready to choose. So this one is Softly Stippled. Now this was the one that has the stamp and die set in the mini catalogue. So the January to April mini catalogue. So these ones, we've been through all of these before. You can look back on some others if you would like to see them in more detail. These are the reds, but with the golds as well down the bottom here. Hi Carol, nice that you could join us. You've got your glass mat. That was quick, Linda, well done. So these are the gold ones. You've got little mini hearts on here. You've got some lovely ones, reds and gold. So one side is foiled and one side isn't. And this is the most adorned papers. And you'll remember I did this little card down here in the corner previously with this one. I'll get it out and just remind you. I'm going to give you a couple of choices on this one as to which papers you'd like to see. Just take that one out. So this was my sort of like flip-flap card, I called this. So it comes like in 3 parts. So you open it up and you open like so. So I coloured the foil on here, the more dazzling paper, and just the high from the alphabet set. So that was that one. But there's other lovely papers in here. They really are. So if I just take this out, oh, I've got some bits there. Now, one choice option, colour choice option, was actually to have this one. I need 2 papers. So one choice is going to be with this one. So this is if we call this one the reds, and this would be the complementing paper. Okay, that's one choice. This is the other choice. So you have rainbows and flowers in the greens. Okay, I like these colours. I didn't use the rainbows before. I used this one and the cherries. So that was another combination. And so that's those 2, front and back. And then this one was the strawberries. Did I want to go with that? I don't think I did. I didn't. No, I think that is it really. That one we've already covered. We're not going to use that one. So let's go with just those 2 choices. Okay, I'm going to put them down on the floor. So we're going to go with either, just say reds or greens. So we've got the greens here and the reds there, the reds and the pool party. So both of those would look really nice. Okay, but while you decide which way you're going to vote for me, I'm just moving those out of the way. I'm going to grab my trimmer and I'm going to be cutting some strips. Okay, so we're going to go this way. We're going to go long ways on the paper because we want our strips to be upright. Okay, this one. So first vote in for reds. So I'm going to cut these strips. Oh, one of each. Okay, I'm going to cut these strips at either 3 centimetres or 1 1/4 inches wide, whichever you like. 1 1/4 is a fraction bigger, so we might go imperial today. So 1 1/4. Okay, that's kind of the nearest to it. So I'm going to go along there, and I'm going to do a couple of those. So 1 1/4 down there. Oh, a big rush there. Look. Hi everybody joining. So we've got reds, greens, reds. So three against 2 at the moment. So I'm going to put that one aside, and we've got the fronts and the backs on there. So that's one. If we're quick, we might get a second one done. We'll see. And I'm going to do the same on this one. I'm going to have the reds, the 1 1/4. So it's either one or the other. If I don't fall asleep, we might do a second one. So 1 1/4 or 3 centimetres. I'd kind of stick to one or the other. Whenever I know occasionally I do break the rules, but I would just stick to one or the other generally when I make cards. So that's those there. Then we can chop across to, what's that one for? I had that one with this one, didn't I? Oh, that's right. These ones, I wouldn't, on the back we've got yellow. I wouldn't really put those with it, so I do need this paper. So you've got a little bit longer to make up your reds or greens. So we'll cut one more strip. This is a cute little card, and those of you who've followed me a long while will know I got, ages ago now, it seems like ages ago, I had a beautiful card from one of the European office members of staff, and I loved it so much I wanted to recreate it. Hi everybody, more people, lovely DSP. So we've got greens, reds, green, reds. Oh, I think we're about even Stevens. We've got 1, 2, 3 reds, 1, 2, 3 greens. Okay, so next person to vote gets it. One more vote please, red or greens. So I'll just lay these out. So that was one choice and this was the other choice. That's what we're calling reds and that's what we're calling greens. We've got the rainbows and the flowers and that one. If not, I'm going to have to start with the nearest one to me to start cutting. So these ones are going to be this way. I haven't done them in centimetres. We're going to go 2 1/4 inches. So 2 1/4, and we're going to go 3/4. So I want 3 at 2 1/4 and 3 at 3/4 of an inch. So we turn it over to do the 3/4 because we want that one. Well, we don't have to, we can use either. 3/4, I'm just looking for 3/4 on here. 3/4 is on that line there. Okay, so you can cut them all and then decide actually. Oh, red, okay, right, okay. I'm cutting this one anyway. 1, 2, 3. So you only need one strip and you still get some left over. So you want 3 at 2 1/4 and 3 at 3/4. Okay, so whichever way round you want to do them, let's put them out of the way. This one we're just not using the backs because it's yellows, so let's just cut this set as well. I might actually do one on note card and one on a full size. See how I go. Haha. So, and you're the one with the last vote, look. This is that one. And then I'll do 2 lots. 2 1/4, 2 1/4. And then we're going to have this one on the back. So 2 1/4, 2 1/4. I've lost, sorry it's rattling on my trimmer, I've lost one of the little feet on the bottom. And so this one of the corners just wobbles a bit, so it's a bit plastic on glass. So 3 at 2 1/4 and 3 at 3/4. Can any of you remember me doing a card like this before? just see. I've been doing my swaps for convention. In a couple of weeks I shall be in Rotterdam, and oh, that reminds me, so I will remind you that I'll probably won't be live on those, but I'll remind you nearer the time. Note cards are under here. I like this effect better on a note card because of the compactness of it. So this is just one of the note cards. I always get the corners together on here. They are creased. Oh, don't say my... where did I have my bone folder last? There. This is the dirty one. This is the ink one. What I spread my ink with. Okie doke. So here's my card. So we voted for red, so let's put those to one side. We might come back to those. So how are we going to do this? Red is your favourite colour. Oh, bless. There we go. So you were the last vote, my dear. So what we're going to do is very simple. We're going to have one there. We're going to have one there. We're going to have one there. So this is 3 strips of 2 1/4 and 3 at 1/4. And we can use whichever ones we want to use. Let's have some peachy colours in there as well, I think. And then this one will come down here, and that one will come there. So on that size card, it looks really nice. Okay, so if we set that one to one side, it's a bit more to it than that. I've got enough here to make another one. I'm going to grab a full-size card just because I happen to have one on the table, and I'm going to do the same with the other one. Now, do we want to have lots of rainbows and a little bit of dark? Just want to show you the different ways we can do it. You see, we can have rainbows and dark. We can have rainbows and dark. Now, either of those designs, we can completely flip it. You lost a little foot on your old glass mat. Did a dollop of hot... Ah, that's a good idea, Marilyn. That is a good idea because that won't rattle, will it? So I think this is too light with the white background. So I'm going to flip them. Okay, so I'm going to turn those round so that the flowers are actually that way. Turn that one. So I'll flip it sideways. So the flowers are upright and the rainbows are upright. Flip that one and flip that one. See, I like that one better. Okay, so you've got a little bit of rainbow, but you've got a lot of the dark in there. Okay, so that's on a full size and that's on a smaller card. Okay, so we might even find that they work better the other way around, or you could put a matte layer behind this one on the card. So I'm just going to lay that out of sight there. So how we're going to do this is we're going to adhere them down. Just left I didn't take Tombow with me today, did I? I've got one here, but I don't think it's a terribly brilliant one. Let's see if we can get that running, or I might have to get another one. Let's just get a piece of scrap. I had one on Sunday and it was playing up, and I think that was it. So bear with, as Miranda would say. Any Miranda fans here? That was it. There we go. I'd taken my swaps next door to do some adhering on, so I think put some layers together. So that was the one I took through. There we go. So we're going to put these on here. I've got my tweezers. So we're going to space them evenly as we kind of like them. I like a gap at the top and bottom, not too big in between, but we can stagger those as we like. So these ones are going to go flat. I do like that tip with the hot glue gun, Marilyn. So this one's going to come in a little bit from the edge. Okay, and the gap we have at the top there, we would then do the same at the bottom. So we want to come that far in from the side and that far in up from the bottom. Okay, I don't think there's a right or wrong on there. There are some stems coming downwards, so I'm going to keep those. I say, just look at your papers. Most of the Stampin' Up papers are double-sided. You will have one side that you like best and one side that's not quite so popular. So it's a chance you can hide one. You can mix and match them like I've done on this one. Okay, and then this one will go to the right. Here and there. So we want the same gap as I've got on the left there, and I want the gap to be halfway between those two. Okay, like so. There we go. Now these three I'm going to pop on dimensionals. So I've just got to spy my dimensionals. It's out somewhere. There we go. Don't think Andrew's on here tonight, but she will have seen the mess once we've been working on clearing some of my retired stuff, some of my lots of cards, swap cards that I've had from other demonstrators over the years, which are now no longer in the catalogue, and they need to go. So I've been making up cards or sorting them ready to make cards for MNDA. So that's what I posted about the Craft Daily in March. So it starts on Friday, and I will be doing something each day, and towards the goal of giving them 100 cards or selling 100 cards for them for their charity. So if anybody would like, local to me, would like to pop in, then please do come and see me either this Friday or next Friday, or arrange to come some other time if it's not convenient, and then we'll find a mutually date that we can all get together. So that's just lining it up. It's kind of parallel to this end column. And level across the page. I think that's just gone a little bit to the left there. There we go. So tip those in the bin. There we go. So there is the basis of my card. Okay, nice little blocks. A quick card to do, and if you cut lots of strips, you could actually have lots of bases done like this ahead of time, and then decide how you want to decorate them later on. Okay, there we go. So I like that one. That's so quick. I'm going to do this one as well. I want you to see the two different designs. Okay, with this one, we could actually put I know what we could do. If we put these onto a panel, let me get a note card size panel, because I do tend to cut some of those. That's an envelope. No. I've got some here that are layers for note cards. So I'm going to take one of those. I'm going to put a second layer behind this one. So that should be the size of that card. Yep. So what I'm going to do is try this on here. Like so. Pop that in the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to do a matte layer behind it. So what I want to do is make a little tiny window behind that. So this one is 12.8, I think. Here we want 9.3. 9.3 by 13.1. Strange size, but just need shaded spruce. Are we out somewhere? They are out somewhere on the floor, probably. Sandra being super organised and got them out early, and I've put them down and can't see them. I have little gremlins in my room here, and they disappear. Mystery. Okay, we'll open up a brand new pack. They're bound to turn up. Get a pot pack open there as well. I use the legs between my table legs. These IKEA tables are really good, and I use the table legs to stack things up beside me. So we're going to go 9.3. 9.3. I think it was 13.1. Yes, 13.1 the other way. I do find decimal points a lot easier to navigate. So we won't punch anything out of there today, but this is going to be our layer. So we're going to sit that on there like so, and then we're going to pop that on the card, and then our layers can come onto here. Okay, let's position all of those in place. A little bit of Tombow on there, really sparing, you don't need loads. That one into the centre, so evens tops and bottoms, and evens side to side. Put that up a little bit more. There we go, and one more on top. When you have your Tombow flooring, you really don't need a lot of glue on there at all. That one in the middle. Having made a lot of my swaps already for convention, these would have been much easier for me to have done on the for swaps. There we go. Now, just thinking out loud, because I've put a layer behind it now, we won't see much of the rainbows, so I think I'm going to turn those over, okay, and try that the other way again, because I think it gives it more definition because it's got a border to it. So you're going to get 2 for the price of 1 today. There we go, and then this one will come over. Who's still on there with me? Which do you think is going to look nicest? Seeing more of the rainbows or more of the green, the solid green? Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to stamp a sentiment on here. So what I've got on the table is sending smiles, but we've also got the happy birthday, this set, the circle sayings. I like the smile and I like thank you. Big one for thank you cards. So I might try thank you tonight. So it's warm hellos. Thank you. There we go. So let's pop that on a block. More of the green. Okay, Linda says, Maxine, you're fine. It's always there on replay, you know. So just taking a vote on whether we like this one, more of the green or more of the rainbows. Because the rainbows, you only see a little tiny piece. So whether we have it that way round, so reverse like that way, I think they do jump out more. So Linda was first, I think we'll go with that. You can see there is rainbows there, can't you? There we go, so we'll do that one. We'll come back to do the stamping in a sec. So again, like this one, we're going to make sure that they're even going across. So we want even top to bottom gap, and then the middle ones will just take care of themselves. So kind of about that gap. Okay, so we've got one that's gone straight onto a note card, and then the other one is a note card size layer onto a full size card. Some people like the full sizes better than the notes. Okay, we'll just slide that one straight. Put this one on next. You got green. Okie doke then. You haven't started your swaps yet. I have been ultra good actually. No, I understand that, Shaz. Totally understand. You've had a lot going on, haven't you? I'll share my swaps with you. You can take some photos of them. If you don't get time to make some, we can exchange photos in the room, can't we? There we go. I've started doing another batch because if I can do some more, then I will. In the past years, there's been about 850 demos at this event. No idea how many to expect this year. So if I can make 150 swaps, then I like to, that's a good number for me. I have done more and I have done less, so anything goes. We swap as many as we want to get back. It's a bit like in the olden days about swapping cigarette cards. You just get different ideas and inspiration from other demos, which is really nice and friendly. Nice way to meet people. So pop a couple of these on. Again, I came in here, I've not been in here today, so the fire's not been lit, so it's been really cold. So I've got a chunky jumper gone back on again that was on the back of the chair. And the gas fire is beside me, so it's billowing out some heat. Hoping to start Friday. Oh, that'd be good. Oh, look, that's good. Unanimous on the more green. I love those papers. They're really, really nice. Just going to anchor that one down a little bit more because that's bumping up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to do the thank you. I have some scraps on here from the other night, from Sunday, I think. And I'm going to stamp that on there. And I've got the Shaded Spruce ink out. And Poppy for this one. This is I think this is Pool Party with this one. I don't think it's Lost Lagoon. There we go. And I'm going to do another one. So we've got 2 on there. Now I'm just going to see if I can find a die that will fit those. I have Stylish Shapes out on here. Stylish Shapes is lovely. I think that's still the current one. It's one that was very similar. No, this is still current. So one of these, I'm going to see if I can get a just see where that would look nice. It's all squares, but let me see if that one might be too big. Yeah, it's a bit big. And then this one, it's a bit small. Okie doke. Looks like it's going to be this one then. Or if I stamp them on a bigger piece of card, no, that's still too small. We'll go with a square. Okay, we'll see how that might fit. That might even be too small. Yes, that's going to be too small as well. Let's get a bigger piece of card. I have more here. We won't be beaten. What we might do actually is cut these before we'll cut it before we stamp it, I think. Bring the little baby over. I love this little machine. So if anyone was thinking about signing up, if you are looking to purchase a large cut and emboss machine, or even the mini, this is the way to do it, because you get £31 for nothing on the Sale-A-Bration. Plus on the sign up offer you can get the mat, the cleaning studio and the cloth and the tray, and you get a significant discount off your machines. So if you're looking at that as a significant purchase, then please do speak to me. We've only got until tomorrow night on this deal. Again, the bin, one of those, and we've got another one here. It's a bit tough. So as I started putting my packing on the spare bed like I do when I go on holiday, I started that today. I've got some travel size toiletries and I thought, yeah, I'll put them on the spare bed and we'll start packing. So I'll get in more in the mood then. So be going soon. So let's just bring the stamp back and the ink. So Shaded Spruce is the colour that's in that set. So I'm going to do that one on this one. Because I've done 1 and 1 there, I actually need to clean this and then do a Poppy Parade for this one. I've actually got Sweet Sorbet, but they're very close. I'm sure that won't matter. They're very close colours. They're neighbours, so to speak. So just clean that one on my chamois. There we go. Tap, tap, tap. There we go, look at that. Clean that straight away, that'll make it a little bit easier, won't it? Love those. And so that's going to end up on there somewhere. We can ink the edges, or I like it across the boxes. So that could go across those boxes. And I was going to decorate it somehow. Now I'm going to put some random gems on at the end, but what I wanted to do was to paper daisies. Paper daisies has fallen over. Paper daisies is a paper florist, sorry, not paper daisies, paper florist. And this is what I've been using on my swaps. So I've loved this, and I did get the scrap pieces out of this. We can probably get away with both of these. So if I get rid of that and bring this over, you'll probably remember I was doing a lot of cutting recently, and these were my zinnias, flower and zinnias inspired pieces that I cut off here. In fact, look, those ones black embossed. Look, thank you. It's a bigger one. Actually, oh, that might look nice on there. Let's leave that one out as well, because it's the black for the darker strands on there. We've got some leaves here, but nothing in the shaded spruce. But have got some other reds, not poppy. So I'm just going to cut a few bits of that. Got the swaps here. Bring the machine back, just to put a few flowers on there. I've been doing a few bits lately, quite a few bits. So we'll just put some of these on, random colours, whatever we can get on one piece of scrap. So if anybody hasn't got this set yet, it's one of my favourites now. I've been using it to death, so the last few weeks. Hi Helen, nice to see you. So I'm just, that's where the clean it was as well. So this is just pushing these out. I'll make a little pile on here. Let me brush. Just run that over. Push them through. Push that through the other side. Just give them a little wiggle. You might not think they've cut through properly, but mostly they have. They just need a little bit of a wiggle. So I've got lots of these cut, but I hadn't got them in the poppy. Now, if you find that you haven't got anything in the middle that will, to get that out, the end of this is a bit too angular, but I find a rubber on a propelling pencil will just go through there nicely. Okay, and the same with the big one on here. So that's a good one of getting that out. And then this one, that does just need poking out, either with the brush. You think you need the flower set. I will be doing more with this, believe me, I will. I'm just hoping. I have a list to look out for in Rotterdam to see if my favourites are going or not. And I think I'll cry if this one goes. It's too early to go, it needs another year. So let's try that for now, and then some of the green. That's what should we do? Feels like, yes, it's got another thickness on there. We've got some leafy bits. Have these little, might have one of these, just to have some of those little leaves. We don't need the whole thing, so we'll pop some of those through, and a couple of those, and these little middles. Dot them on there. This is all using scraps, you see, so we just run it through. And if there's any waste from these, I really don't mind, because they've had a second life. Turn them over. And the brush end of the Take Your Pick tool is really useful. That's pushing through those holes, you're pushing away, and then use the pokey tool just to poke any extras out. As soon as you get it started, I put the tool behind it and just gently pull those through. Okay, they've had a little brush, so they're there. That's good. And these ones the same. Okay, so they will just push through. There. These ones I just poke as they are. 4 little middles on there. This is why having your magnetic sheet in front of you is really good, because you can put them straight back on the sheet and save you losing anything. Okay, so I think that's all we've got off there. There we go, pop them all on there. I'll see if I need anything else, but I'll try those for now. I've got some white ones already done. You can always bring that back. And then I'm just going to put a few little random flowers. They're big ones. Just go from the white ones. We've got some white middles there. Oops, not that one. The white dotties middles. And that one and that one. Now we'll just see what combinations we like on here. And I'll start off with this one first. So this, because I'm going to put this across the pieces, I want to have part of it flat on there, but I want to have this third round here, these three corners raised. So they need to have a little bit of dimension with them. So I'm going to snip these little tiny bits on the side here. Remember, we use every little waste piece we have. So remember, that's the corner I want to have flat. So that's there, there, and there. Take those off, poke them down and lift them off. And there, and a little bit of Tombow in the corner, because it's going to be on the raised piece. Slide it off the mat. So that's going to come on there like so. So you can see everything that's going on, you can see the panels. And then what we're going to do is make some flowers up. Now this flower, I'm going to put a dimensional in the middle. I can't remember if you've seen me make some of these up or not. I know I've done a tutorial with them. That's just going to have a white piece in the middle. Now these leaves, I think I have done this on live. I've trimmed these little leaves off. I've gone up the side of the stem, come up there and take those little ones off, and then I come down the other side and take the others off. We won't use this big one today, but we're taking off those 6 little ones. We can use that as a stem, and we can, on another time, we can actually put a flower on the top of that to adhere it. Okay, so I'm going to put that over to one side, and these can just dot some on the back on here, and we will pick these up and just dot them behind. So we want a little bit of leaf coming out there. Sorry, off the camera. We want to grab that on there, hold it with my tweezers or something, and then grab another one. I think that's upside down. Remember, they have a right and a wrong side, so you're going to just pop that on the back. So where that adhesive is, I've got a couple of little leaves on there like so. If I grab it with my tweezers, you can kind of see how that's looking. Also the die set you use to do the square. That is a nice set, my dear. You heard Poppy. Absolutely, you heard Poppy. So these, we're actually going to do either of these flowers because we want a poppy of colour on here. So this could just fill in some gaps wherever you want to put them. So I think I'm going to raise that one on there. Did Poppy start barking, my dear? Okay, so there's my dimensionals on the back there, because these leaves will just come on the neighbouring onto the raised piece there. So a little bit of Tombow. So you're keeping all the levels even. I can fill that gap as well. And there it goes on there like so. So we don't need many flowers on here. You know what? Because the fire's on and it's right beside me, I'm going to have to shift my jumper. Oh dear, I'm getting a bit warm now. I say that it's a big room, but that gas fire is very effective. So this one, I'm going to have the white starry one. I'm going to put my knuckle in the middle. I'm going to put a dimensional in the centre. That's too big. I want the little ones. Dimensionals. No, they're the notebook and note cards. I won't get far with them, will I? So if I put one of the little ones in the middle of the flower there, white on your white, you might not be able to see me there. Put that one there, and then put one of these little ones in the middle. You can see where my tweezers come in handy. So that is another little flower. So we could just have a little pop of colour there, and it's the reverse way round, maybe there. Okay, so this time I'll just put Tombow on the back. and stick that down the side there. Putting them down on the flat bit, not on the raised bit. There we go. And if you want to pop some leaves under there, just find the right side and the wrong side. And I'll just literally pop a bit of Tombow on the top there, bottom, whichever way, and just slide it underneath. Just have the one leaf, it doesn't matter. Just tuck that in there. There we go. And if we want any more, what else do we want? Got some more leaves there. On this one, because it's already flowery, I don't think we're going to need anything much. So another vote. Would you like to have the big thank you in the middle, or would you like to have the thank you like this one? I think I like the bigger one best. Who's going to vote for this with me? Because I've got the red ink here, I think I'm going to just do a little bit of smoky around the sides. Got a little brush here, and I'm going to take this and just glance around these edges. I don't do it over the card, I do it just loose away in case it just splatters a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a red line. Just fluff some edges. The big thank you, excellent. You need the flower set. The flower set is gorgeous. I'm not just saying it, it is really good. I'm using it loads. Like I say, I'm using it for my swaps as well. You will see everything after I've gifted them out. Okay, I'm really hurrying on this now just to save your time. And Shaz, Smudge is here for you. I was with her cat sitter when I'm away on holiday later in the year today. So Julie's going to come and house it. She said she was going to hold a retreat while I wasn't here. So if anyone's interested, ring the house number and see what she's doing. So that's just going to sit in the middle like that, I think. We can see all the colours coming around there. It does need some support in the middle, so I'm going to put some big dimensionals through that middle bit. It's a little trio in the centre. A little bit of this on either end just to hold it on the edges. I think we're going to put it there. Yeah, I think it needs to go central-ish, bridging the gaps where they are. There we go. And they still could have some flowers on there. So we'll do one of those. We'll do these in reverse. So we'll have a little bit of the dimensional in the middle and a white centre. Bless her. Mummy's neglecting her. And then that one with a big dimensional. They're really handy, these dies, because it's something you can just sit and churn out from your scraps. Have a good tray container. I have a Ferrero Rocher box there, and they really do well. Just something to put them all on. Work out where you'd like your flowers. Just have that sitting on there. Again, just a little bit over the bridge there. This one's just going to have the Tombow on the back, and that can go probably up that edge on there. There we go. So I'm just going to pick a couple of more of these on, and I think we'll put some gems on, and that'll be done. So this isn't quite the right green for this, but it's good. It does work. So I've got 3 here, so we'll have 2 on the bottom, 1 and 1 on the top. Just on the bottom, put them under there, just wiggle them underneath, there's room under there, and then this last one at the top. I've no idea how the time's going. 44, oh, we're not too bad. And then because this one's a different shade of green, I'm going to have that one coming out the top there, so it's just poking out from the top. So you've just got a little bit of detail there. Now we did have these little green ones. These are too small to go on that one. If I just put a tiny dot in the middle, okay, you can't see it white on white, but I'm just going to place one of those in the centre. Okay, and then the same could do on this one. tiny dot, and then just drop. Find the right and wrong side of your die. That's the right side. Dot that in the centre. She thinks Nasty Mummy is ignoring her. There we go. Now you could cut more of these if you wanted and put another one in the middle. I don't really think there's need. I think they're quite good as they are. These crisscross ones can make another little flower, but I'll be doing a video on those later. But I think I like those as they are. Those out of the way, clear the deck. And I think I'm quite pleased with those. I just want some dimension, some rhinestones now. Nope, that's not rhinestones. Where did they go? Under there. Organised chaos, you know. So we're going to have the clear. I don't think there's anything else that's going to work with these. No, that's too green. Yeah, we'll go with those. So there's lots of these ones flying around. So just pop a few little sparkles around and then we'll call it a day. Just slide a few of those and just dot them around. So we like odd numbers, don't we? Just on the papers, I think. So one on each piece. Oops. She's desperate to get in that door. I'll put this one on the plane. Add a little bit of sparkle. No particular place. There we go. And what do we think of those, guys? So this was an inspiration. Like I said, I had a card similar to this. Bless. Yeah, I'll give her some treats in a sec, Shaz. Yeah. So yeah, two different papers from the same set. These are the reds and the I think this is Pool Party, and then these are the Shaded Spruce and the rainbows, but they're front and back. These ones are just two different ones in the same set. Okay, I really love those. They're really cute. You've got the shadow on that corner, so sorry about that one. But yeah, really nice. And you can do as many or as few flowers as you want. If you do want more, you could add some yellow ones on here. It might be a bit much. I haven't got that colour. I've got daffodil, but I think the yellow might be a bit too much with it. There's only a little hint of that in there, so I think it might be too much. But then there we go. I've got just an idea. So your measurements are: cut your strips at 1 1/4 or 3 centimeters. Okay, and then have the same here. I've got 2 1/4 and 3/4. So you have 3 of that. They're all the same size. So 2 1/4 and 3/4 for all of them. That's got the same size as the note card as a layer. Green layer behind it, shaded spruce behind it, and then onto a full-size card if you prefer that size. Lovely. Thanks ladies. You're going to give them a go. They're such easy pieces, and if you've got odd bits in a packet left over, I've thrown them on the floor now, but a lot of my papers, I have quite a lot. I'll come back to me, look, you can see me. I have quite a lot in the packets where I've got lots of bits left over, and this is a really good one I go to use up those strips, because you can always cut them down to that sort of size. Yeah, have fun, enjoy. And if there's anything Sale-A-Bration wise I can help you with, then give me a shout. Okay, I will be back on Sunday, and that will be a new month then. Scary, we're into March. Anyway,